Removing a door panel on that XK8 is not too bad. It's retained by several clips on the back side as well as a few screws. And take you in. I've already got a few with a piece of trim out of the door handle area. So if we come in tight here, you're going to be able to see we've got a screw. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but there is a screw right down there, as well as kind of a goldish colored screw right there. And of course you also have a screw back behind the actual door pull. So to get to those, you actually have to take a few pieces of trim off. This one being down in here, it just lifts off. The Velcro has actually come unglued for mine, so mine came out quite easy. As well as you have a piece of trim that goes in front of this kind of gold screw, kind of like this. This one's a little tougher to get out. As you see, it's got one of the expanded plastic retainer that passes through that hole down there. I don't know how well you can see that, just a little below that screw. But that's a little tougher to get out. But once you get it out, it makes it real easy to get that screw. And then of course up here by the actual door pull, you have a little cap that covers up that screw. Got a kit, as you can see here. Of course, the screwdriver didn't come with this kit, but everything else you see here comes with this kit. It's got all sorts of what they call bone tools or pry tools that are made out of plastic, so the chances of scratching and damaging your paint is reduced. So once I've got this off like I have now, I just take those 3 screws out, and usually the easiest thing to do is to pop out from the bottom down along here, and that is where you would get a bone tool and kind of pry up a little bit, get it up enough that usually once you have it up enough that your fingers can get in behind it, you can give it a nice little tug all the way around. Just be easy, don't try to take it all off at one time. Once you have the screw out of here, you're going to lift the handle and then work this around just like I just did there. So it's got an opening that'll go right around the handle. So you just kind of have to pull that handle out just a little bit to work it out. Easier to do it with 2 hands, but you've got that trim piece out of your way. Once I had the gold screw out, I was able to remove the button carrier. So as you see, it has a little tongue here that catches underneath. And you also have a quick disconnect connector there. And once you have that out of the way, you actually have a screw that goes right here. So this right here goes right in here. That also helps hold the door panel on towards the front side. This connector you see here is actually for the door speaker that's up high right by the mirror, of course. That actually just pops right out. You kind of catch on this back side here and pop the speaker out. Now you got to be careful because there is a pin that goes in here, and you want to ease that out and not break that pin for that speaker that mounts up here. Other than that, it does have the quick connector on the back side of the speaker, and just depress the little button and pull it off. That's all there is to remove that. And you do want to do that before you remove the door panel. Now you can see the door panel's backside from this angle, of course. The upper edge is just a straight edge. There is no overhang that goes back into the door. I've seen some models, not just Jaguars but other cars, that have a actual lip that curls over and hangs over into the inside of the window seal there. So this one does not do that. It just mounts flush to the door. As you can see, many of my retainers did break coming out. Not unexpected on a car this old, but it looks like all the holders that hold the expanded retainers in place all look like they held real good and tight. So that's good. There is a door light here that has a pretty tight connector. When you come off with it, of course it's not going to just pop off, so you'll have to hold the door panel while you remove that. If you ever have to access the speaker, as you can see the speaker grill is right there, you don't have to take the whole door panel off to get to the speaker. You actually have 2 Phillips head screws here on the bottom that you can take this carpeted section off, which then it will come right off and give you access to the door speaker. Same thing here on the door light. You don't have to take the whole door panel off to get to this slot. There's a little push right off in here, so a little flathead screwdriver, you can push in that, and this pops right off. Be careful because it is plastic, and the older these get, the more flimsy they will be.